As promised, a quick overview of Novo Nordisk. The company recently reported their latest quarterly figures, a pretty good quarter. I'll also touch a little bit on Eli Lilly towards the end of this video. At the time of making this video, one share of Novo Nordisk in US dollars, you can buy it also in Danish kronen if you are from Denmark. I don't think many of my viewers are, but I think some are. Anyways, right now, close to $88 per share, a market cap closing in at $400 billion and a forward PE of 23.3 times. As you can see, in the last couple of months, this stock has gotten hit quite a lot. There was also that, let's call it, issue where the results of a weight loss product, where you basically take it once a week, resulted in, I believe, closer to 22% weight loss and not the targeted 25%. Okay, I think it was still very, very good results. All in all, Novo Nordisk, a very good company, as you can see, still expected to grow quite rapidly and in some cases faster than many smaller companies. At the time of making this video, the average analyst price target still sits close to 30% higher than the price we're at right now. If we do a quick comparison, Eli Lilly to Novo Nordisk, some pricing metrics here, forward PE, EV to EBITDA, price to sales, price to free cash flow, all of that, you can see that Eli Lilly at the moment is a bit more expensive than Novo Nordisk on most of these pricing metrics. Of course, Eli Lilly also a much bigger company than Novo. And so before jumping into the earnings report, if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if not, we really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment with the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. So let's start with the major overview. Full year 24 compared to 2023, sales growth of 25%. By the way, this is in Danish kroner, not in US dollars. Gross profit is up 25%, operating profit up 25% as well. And so, well, the majority here is in the 20% growth. Net profit increased 21% and diluted earnings per share is up 22% year over year. If you look at where they generate their revenue, the majority comes from the United States. This was, of course, a record quarter for the company. Majority comes from the United States. Then we've got Europe, Middle East, Asia, rest of the world, and China. With regards to China, we've spoken about that in the past. So this was at the end of 2024. Novo Nordisk launches obesity drug Wegovy in China. China is still going to be quite a big market for them. And it's not just China. Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly are also entering the Indian market. So yeah, if you think that they've reached their peaks or close to, well, think again. Then with regards to revenue per product, of course, the big chunk comes from Ozempic. There was also a nice boost with regards to total obesity in the last couple of quarters. What did also surprise was total insulin. That's the purple bar right here that has also increased faster than expected. But yeah, it's quite clear that Ozempic has been the big driver of revenue growth. Then they gave us a couple of extra metrics here. So they said Novo Nordisk has almost tripled its global GLP-1 patient reach in just 3 years. Ongoing scaling efforts has supported almost a tripling in GLP-1 reach from 4 million to 12 million over the past 3 years. Novo Nordisk is the global market leader with a GLP-1 volume market share of 63%. Just an FYI here, according to a Goldman Sachs analyst, they expect the obesity drug to have a potential $100 billion opportunity by 2030. Lilly and Novo Nordisk may control 80% of the obesity market in 2030. Then as for guidance for 2025, they expect sales growth of around 16 to 24%, operating profit growth of between 19 to 27%, and free cash flow of 75 to 85 billion Danish kronen, which is around $11 billion at the midpoint. As for Eli Lilly, revenue for a quarter did grow 44.7%, double beat as well here. If we look at where they generate their revenue, the majority here as well comes from US. Then we've got Europe, and then the smaller parts here, other foreign countries, China and Japan. The big revenue drivers, of course, there are many other products, but the big revenue drivers has been, of course, Mounjaro, Zepbound, and yes, even Jardiance, or however you pronounce that. That one has also grown nicely in the last couple of quarters, but of course the big chunk is coming from Mounjaro, and then more recently we've got Zepbound that has increased quite rapidly. I mean, when you look at Eli Lilly and you look at Novo Nordisk and you see how quickly they managed to ramp up these new products and how quickly revenue basically went from a couple of $100 million or just $100 million to now multi-billion-dollar businesses. It's quite extraordinary. And so right now, looking at the stock for Novo Nordisk, it does seem like this area right here, just around $80, was a nice support area where the stock did rebound. We're also now just above the 20-day moving average. By the way, with regards to RSI, when we were around $78, $80, that was oversold on the weekly. Now we're making our way back up above that 20-day moving average. With regards to Eli Lilly, the stock did spend quite a long time under the 200-day moving average, but now in the last couple of weeks, 3 strong green candles, and of course after that earnings report, well above the 200-day moving average, and of course well above the 50 and the 20-day one, so some solid momentum with this stock as well. So all in all, if you're looking for a GLP-1 type of play and you don't know what to pick, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them, Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk is of course a stock that has been hit more than Eli Lilly, so maybe you want to play that comeback story, that rebound story, because the business is still performing extremely well. Now, there is also a third and a fourth player. The third player might be Hims, right? Hims has been performing as well, extremely well actually, in the last couple of weeks, as you can see right here. But of course, with Hims, the GLP-1 story is still very, very early days. Plus there's this whole compounding. Is it going to be allowed? Not? What about shortages, etc., etc.? That's up to you if you want to hold Hims for that or not. And then the fourth one is the high risk, high reward, and that's of course Viking Therapeutics, a company that's currently pre-earnings. They did report earnings yesterday, but then again, there was nothing to report other than, well, progress on their products. And it basically looks like this. The stock has been beaten down quite a lot. This green bar last year was when they announced the phase 2 results for its GLP-1 dual agonist VK2735. So the stock jumped, I think, 100% or so. And now we're back, well, actually to prices seen before that announcement was made. But with Vikings, it's basically betting on this company either being acquired by one of the big ones, Novo Nordisk or Eli Lilly, or maybe another company, I don't know, or them coming out with products that are going to generate them billions and billions of dollars in the future, but that future will not happen in 25 or even 2026. So you have to be patient, but this is definitely a high risk, higher reward type of play. So what do you think? Eli Lilly, Novo, Hims, Vikings, which one do you own? Let me know down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.